average person. But then I began to move to New York and began to associate with people who were meditating and growing in the 60s, you know. And I've always been taking photographs. I've been taking photographs for 30 years. But it took all these years of studying, you know, all these religions. And there's a world beyond the intellect, you know, there's a world beyond the logical, rational mind. And that's when I became more artistic.
By pure chance, I came to Beijing to visit some friends. I stayed at this hotel. There are two big paintings. I thought it's strange, maybe it's a Western artist. So I asked the sales manager, who is the artist? He said, it's Mr. Lui Xun, the owner of the hotel. He gave me a book. It reminded me an artist I know very well who is a photographer in New York. It's such a coincidence. He paints with the same kind of composition and the same colors. So I took the book back to Hong Kong.
She came back to Hong Kong with the book. And she was so excited. And Howard was in Hong Kong.
We had dinner one night and she said, look at this book. I looked at it and I was like, I thought I saw my work. You know?
Either he was inspired by some abstract artists from the Western world, art world, by some reproductions, books, or maybe he traveled. I don't know, we have to ask him. Where did he get his inspiration? Or if it's not from outside, it's from inside, a personal experience, a personal choice. Because it's very, very different from Chinese traditional painting.
I was imagining meeting a very old, elegant Mandarin, a very respectable, old, educated, you know, Mandarin. I had a teacher once who said that the great old Chinese sages, they used to get up in the morning, the ones who were really truly enlightened, and old men perhaps, you know, they would meet and they would just like look at each other and fall down laughing. They were free of any concerns or cares.
Chinese painters are not abstract, they are figurative. So in everything, Mr. Liu is different from the tradition of his own country. I'd like to know how Mr. Liu came to express himself in oil.
55年到57年，中苏友好阶段，第一个派中国的油画专家，卡斯丹尼马克西莫夫办训练班，我这是在真正学习油画，他是我的艺术的引路人嘛。50年代画的，硬是从他家里挑出来的。我这里画都是我们俄罗斯当代的画家最有名的画家里面挑出来的，这全是原作。就这儿，白画啊，这个颜色很单纯，但是很美的。像这张是，你看它这个是裸体的，体的那种美啊，人体美非常表现出来了。给戴斯，这中国的。 拿到的萨维斯基是俄语的中国苏联的友好。
See, this one he has no name for. This was done in 1999. Like I did this last year, just at the same time. We were doing this at the same time. Now, I think that's pretty amazing. The shape, the energy, and the use of color, the way the thing is, the way it's framed. It's just extraordinary how similar. To me, this is one of the best examples. You know, I just love this piece.
This work of Lui Xun, everything relates to nature, and the work comes from nature. But we find those titles kind of superfluous. You know, however, they could relate to poetry that we don't know about.
在我当写的画板诗中。 日本法西斯的保姆，吉田日本首相 马凯尔，那个叫他马凯尔总统嘛，1950年，从日本脱险，变成日本人了，在大洋的滑冰场上嘛，多人们拿着这个原子弹，在这破碎的冰上面的滑冰画死亡了，漫画，这就是多人们形象漫画手法画的。中美关系排平是美元做基础的，这就是谁啊？美国的那个马凯尔总统的漫画形象，筹划他的。你看，这就是台湾岛进攻亚洲的支点，美国原讲占领台湾的目的。这都是人民日报发表的。1951年，北京遭受中朝人民军队的3次打击，1、2、3，一堆的事件。这是纸老虎，还是纸老虎？毛泽东讲嘛，纸老虎。漫画是政治性东西，没有更多的感情色彩，更多理智的，所以后来不画。
This was my slide career. You know, the 60s was a real time of experimentation. I was young, I was in my late 20s, and I still had a thirst for adventure, and Afghanistan was a very strange, exotic place. And we decided to go and just take pictures and get to understand the culture. And since then, Afghanistan, well, it has become a real hotbed of political ambition. Years ago, Marco Polo traveled through there, Alexander the Great traveled through there. In fact, you've seen some of my slides of Afghanistan, you see pictures with people with blue eyes and red hair because they have some Greek blood from Alexander, certain European blood in them, I've taken tens of thousands of pictures. And then one day I started looking around and I saw that my spirit was moving me to see things in a different light. This is a real landscape, and this is a photo abstract landscape, like a surreal fantasy landscape. But in both cases it's photography, but one is closer to painting.
每一礼拜都要来10几个人，你看这10几个孩子的，你这可以看看这孩子们，3、4年了，这小孩都好玩，这就是他的父亲，都是黑头发，这是副产品，你看这小孩子看了，对着的看。都挺聪明的孩子，都是非婚生的孩子。有人想心里也可怜，我挺心酸的。我母亲，我们家已经现在4个孩子，我母亲43岁生我的。我亲戚说穷家里没人了，无意识的没有生活来源了，把这孩子送给人家，又黑又丑。
你每一个画册里面都有母亲。
我就是那一张画，我永远纪念他。画书写画很简单，当作里面56年画的，1956年，所以我永远想着他。我母亲一句话都不说，谁感动啊？我想他是文盲嘛，他就知道这是我的儿子，不能动的。我想我理解，以后也不跟我讲，这是我姐姐告诉我的。我姐姐比我大20来岁了，43岁生我前30个月我父亲死的，没有钱。一般喜欢送人算了，反正2个儿子嘛，2个哥哥嘛，2个姐姐嘛，但是不送。他永远不讲我的童年生活，我也不记得。很倔强的母亲。
去世的时候他。
去世我在监狱里。我是1968年8月3号逮起来的，1978年的7月7号出来的，他1年多了。他19 71年的1月份去世的。
当时您在，你也不
我
知道。
家见不知道，事后知道，事后我的儿子写信给我，告诉我奶奶去世了。在1939年的9月间，我回到中学，知道组织破坏了，上级组就决定要把一批人送到延安去。我是当中一个，我的态度到敌后去打仗，还是孩子们要到300公去学习。1940年成立了一个文艺工作团。拍话剧，头边我特别小，才18岁，非常适合当小兵。我说不会演戏，不会演戏，你个儿摆着演，但是用视觉去台词，观众就看底下一片黑，马上就把台词忘记了。下来导演呲了，你这个小鬼，这戏给你破坏掉了，你怎么回事你？我也很生气，我说我不会演戏，是你们要来，不是我要来演戏的嘛。1966年文化大革命，判刑10年，坐了2年9个月，未决犯。就那时候在监狱里斗得很厉害的时候，我极端侮辱我就活得没意思了。我把这保险刀拿出来了，那美国的保险刀把推出来了，我想割的。后那个保险刀力度不大，怎么割不进去？后来想了，妈妈说一下子动不了了，我就大哭一场。现在想来还难受。这就整我的差不多都先我而走，比我都原谅，不记恨，老了嘛，我心里也是挺滋味的，终于没被他们整死，我能做到我想做的事情，这是一种快乐。我是学了油画嘛，但是我现在绝对不是喜欢油画的，我只能说有油画的工具、油画的色彩、油画的某些方法。获得自由以后，懂得了什么叫精神，什么叫心灵，这顿呼唤着我自己要努力去寻找着我自己的语言。我尽量充分的在油画里面用文人画的最大的特点，抒发人的感情的力量。这个环也是灵魂环的颜色飘过来，而这里又那个颜色洒过去，这是中国绘画的一种方法，用喷洒的泼墨的方式。我是油画也色彩的吸收了中华的特点，这样的话叫碰撞，跟谁碰撞？跟社会碰撞，跟自己心灵碰撞。白的浪花，这个浪花是非常单纯的、勇敢的、纯洁的，所以我的画严格讲是画我的心。什么现实主义啊？你想画你心里的东西，这是现实主义。
Beautiful pictures all over, wherever you look, You just have to, you choose one, and, or not, There's the physical world, and then there's the unmanifest world. When you meditate deeply, you go into that unmanifest world. There's something there, it's a big presence. And, you can call it what you want. You can call it spirit, you can call it soul, you can call it God. None of us know exactly what it is, but there's a sense of being in connection with it, with the real creative force. And it's that force that really drives us, that drives this physical body. can't use complicated things. Like this one. This is the most expensive one. This has a long lens. But they're simple point-and-shoot cameras. I don't have time to carry stuff around. I couldn't walk around with stuff like this. It's too. When I see a, I'll be walking around. I'll see a shot. I'll grab it. Go like that. You know. Go like that. You know. Go boom. And go like that. Go like that. And that's it. And I have a picture. And I got good at it, so I can do this quality a lot, because I see it a lot. When I first started, I would see it here and there, and once every couple of days. Now I can go out and take a lot of them because I can see them. But my eyes are when I walk around, they're tuned to various things. I can see little things far away. See, it's one level to take a picture of this or of that, but it's another level to get close and to see the pictures that are inside of matter, coming from the inside. This is the outside. This is the outside of the inside. In here is the inside of the inside. There's so much to see. This is the way physical matter reflects the Tao. It's like the pictures you take here, they're already happening here first. I'm just observing them, but the real picture, the real developing picture, takes here first, from the light and the sun and the air. And it really is, it's the work of the divine, There's a certain kind of person that lives here, and the people have interacted with the land in a certain way. Whenever somebody wants to develop a land, there are some developers want to build hotels up here. He said, no. And the whole town just comes out and says, no, you can't do that. There was a big, beautiful cornfield. They wanted to put condos up. Each person in town had to spend like $100, and we bought the land as a town, so nobody could build on it.
这是我打算盖的计划当中的一些最后一个大的理想吧。这个北京市搞一个北京市美术馆，有关键的问题是钱、资本。 没有钱，目前什么也干不了。1995年，记忆就非常大，全世界的执行组他在喜欢我的画，专门找过我，这本送给我的，是他们宣传他们自己的。这我一摆着，我怎么能向美国人张嘴要钱啊？我干嘛求你？
You just have to be willing to look. Little things could be made into big things. There's an inner life that speaks, that tells not just me, everybody, how to move around, where to go, what to do, and it's the voice of wisdom. Everything is a meditation. And that's really when my art came alive, when I would just be able to walk the street in very common everyday places and see things I never saw before.
Can you imagine all this? Like kind of an oriental garden? Be quiet and meditate. So when you're in New York, it's so crazy, but you come here and you just have all this. Walk through it and meditate. Look at all the work Howard has to do.
Well, you know, it does smell good here.
Yeah, you know.
我不认识的，我家的地方，20公里了，去得搞完了。哇，小胡吗？你是在哪里啊？你这样吧，你把车子开到前厅来，因为我这有个特点，一上车就不管路，我从来不进。人家谁问我，说刘旭。 你又是一个商业经营着服务行业，对，还在天天上班，为什么还画这么多画？我是这个企业的一个董事长，这有什么意思？如果没有绘画的话，我觉得活着艺术。晚上回9点半了，你看一会凤凰卫睡觉了，11点睡觉，跟谁说话？
I'm creating a multimedia performance with a Korean choreographer. Her idea of theater is very abstract, contemporary quality. And we take that quality, which relates to Howard's work, and make a new theater.
Excellent. Beautiful.
They're all these are from the collection called Great Walls of China.
A showcase theater. That's what it is. It's more of a showcase theater.
Life is a series of successive moments of now, like that. That's all. No future, no past. And when you meditate a lot, is that what you think is real is not real, and what you think is not real is real. That's what really happens. When you become enlightened, your dream becomes your life, and your life becomes your dream. The whole world in general now is about to jump into another kind of logic system. It's called trialectics. It's the logic of the process. There's an active and an attractive, and a process and a result. But human beings, in order to get out of the mess that we're in, the war and the killing and the craziness, we have to jump to a new form of logic. But that new form of logic is, it comes out of understanding process, that life just sort of happens and that we really can't control it all that much. It's the similar use of color, the similar feeling. You would almost think it was the same artist, When we found out his name, Lui Xun, my name is Finkelson. And I said, maybe my other name is Finkelson. Even the name, there's something very strange about it all. our Finkelson. You never know. I mean, it's a strange world. A billion, 2 billion years old. They're old. Not like the Rockies or the Himalayas. This is a gift. You know, the world is becoming so noisy and so crowded. I feel very, you know, grateful to have a little place here to like put down roots. Feel the, you know, the power of the, you know, the rock. They give you a lot of strength. You can't be weak here. You have to be very able to be strong without, you know. That's why I like the mountains. There's something very beautiful about it. The rock gives a nice solid energy. And if you want to, we can go, I'll take you to a beautiful lake and you'll see the water energy.
在4年经营当中，已经把外方的借日本安田信托银行的2500万美元，把将近3000万美元4年都还完了，这很不容易。
Just the simple beauty of it. No meaning, no. You know, a teacher of mine once said, it doesn't mean anything, and it also doesn't mean anything that it doesn't mean anything.
And we will come to understand each other from West and East. We will come to harmonize and have a better world. That's a utopian idea.
What's happening in our world today, and we're perfect examples of it, is globalization. Fusion.
不是旗子的飘动，是心动，心动才引起的你感觉旗子动，就是绝对唯心的我们讲，但是他讲的有道理的，这种动是很细微的感觉的。